A very warm welcome to all of you light warriors from once again all over the globe. So happy to see so many faces. The regular special guest host, Wolfgang, is on today. And we've got a nice intimate group in today's session. My name is Wouter. I'm your tech host for today. If there are any technical difficulties, send me a direct message. And for the very warm introduction of today's guest speaker, I would love to hand it over to our beautiful host, Inken.
Thank you so much, Wouter. Yeah, warm welcome also from me. I am Inken. I'm super happy each Sunday to be a part of the Lightwear Collective hosting team. We are your safe space of empowerment and of self-care. And if this is your first time with us, I would like that you maybe think about making this a habit, because we show up every Sunday at the same time with the same link, which makes it very easy to create this Sunday habit of self-care, the Sunday moment of being present, Sunday moment of just, doing something for yourself before the week kicks off with all our daily routines, and just slow down and receive inspiration, empowerment, and connection, because this is what the Lightwear Collective is for. We are here with our open hearts to shower you with this you moment. And one of our priority is health, because that's the foundation for everything. The core team, we come a lot from our own personal health stories, and we know how important it is to take care of that. So I'm really grateful if this is your moment of self-care, healthcare, whatever you want to call it. And I invite you to really allow yourself to be with us in this moment. We are very blessed with special guest speakers that come to us on a regular basis. And one of them is today back with us, Wolfgang, who is really an extraordinary person. I like him a lot because I feel he's a very powerful personality. You will love his voice. I'm in love with your voice, Wolfgang. It's so soothing and calming, and the energy that is radiated through your voice is just beautiful. And for me, you are really like the master of the conscious breath, which is so important for us. And I cannot wait that you share your wisdom with us today, and that we receive this beautiful guidance from you that you have created for us. So every session that we do is unique, guys. Every session is tailor-made for you and is a gift. And I would like to invite you all now to take a deep breath in, open your heart to receive this gift from Wolfgang. Wolfgang, I hand it over to you. Thank you very much for being back. I hope to see you again and again and again. And we are all yours.
Thank you. I really feel like coming home. And I shared that with, I would have another 2 appointments right now in this hour. And I felt really in this choice, it is right to come here. And that felt really good for me for one reason, because I was looking for home very long. I had a home at my parents' place. I built a home in Austria, and I built a home now here in Serbia where I really feel home. And there is places I think it's very important to honor where we are coming from. Some connection which is with people, and that is like places where we feel support. And this support is something what is, I really feel like that's an honor to feel it as like what you're saying. It's just beautiful to hear. And I think each of us needs some places like this where you just show up and somebody says, nice meeting you, and you feel that's honest. This honesty, this depth, call it integer and authentic. These places are very important, and if you find these places, it's about to really keep them warm and give them a special place in our heart. So thank you for the invitation. Thank you, Trent, for this loving connection, which I feel very special to man, as very special, as I didn't have that all the time in my life. I created that in the last years, and coming here and meeting that, and I also feel that with you, Wouter. Thank you very much for this beautiful place here. We are in a very special place and phase right now. I wanted to ask you, Trent, when did you start really the Light Warriors? Was it before the COVID or was it while COVID? It was something around the same time, right?
Yeah, so about March of 2020, somewhere around, maybe not perfect date, but somewhere around there. And Incan is a very key part of coming together and bringing that to reality.
That topic is pretty much why I'm here today. And thank you, Trent, for the conversation we had and for the invitation. I started online breathing in 2018, so 2 years before any idea of COVID, because I was in the Serbian mountains and I thought of how can I make breathing online? And so I thought about it and I created that. And then, of course, was COVID and people started working online. So online became the only way to be connected. And that changed a lot of things. Many things which were just life, like breathing. The time before online was breathing your life. You're in one space. That's the way it works. There is no other way of doing that. That was like, that's the way it is, and no discussion about it. So while COVID, pretty much everybody looked for a way of doing what he or she did online. Otherwise, you were home and not able to do what you love to do, what you wanted to provide. Today, we are in a very special phase, like we can choose. I see many things going back to life, like being happy, it's not necessary. And I see many things staying online. And I'm in the online space here in the Serbian mountains, and I really love being here. And I just had the question, you're traveling more, so, and I say, actually, I wouldn't. If I would have the real option, I would just stay here in the mountains because I love the water, I love the air, I love the peace. My success is the more my car stands on the parking place and I not drive it, I find that I count it as a successful move. And recently I got the option and call to come to places in the world to provide breathwork. And I really thought about it, like being here in my place, life, I really embraced that. And now going in the world, going on places. So seeing both options is really something I'm very aware of. There is two things possible and we can choose. Like we meet now, life, we would never be able doing that. Wouter's in Holland, Inken, I think in Saudi Arabia. Are you still in
Abu Dhabi?
Abu Dhabi. Yeah,
Abu Dhabi.
Trent is in Texas. I have seen all over the place in the United States or Philippines. I saw. If we would be in a live space, this meeting wouldn't happen. So there is a pro and a con about everything. And I was called to go and bring breathing into the world live. And I would like to share a short story why that happened. You maybe see my name, room 509 here. I was called to be in Mumbai, and there was a hotel room, room 509, and it happened that I facilitated a breathwork session. After years, I facilitated a live breathwork session, and there were people who were the guests, and I was very fascinated how different my experience with these people was, because they never experienced a live breathwork. And when they came out of breathing, it was like, what was that? There is a difference if you're in an online space and you breathe, or if you're in a live space and you breathe. If you're in a live space, you breathe, you become aware of your being. And when you experience with other people, there is a direct connection in a physical place, which gives you a connection which is feelable on a cellular level. And being in this connection alone with me and with other people creates a space of intimacy, of directness, which is beyond any other experience when we are live. So I was called to come to places, and I called Trent because I will be in the US. So I called Trent and said, hi, I'm coming. And Trent said, why are you not coming to the Light Warriors and share that information? So there is like this online space and there is the live space. So I will come to the United States to facilitate what we breathe today, live in a 3 days workshop. In Sedona, that's the next thing. I realized Sedona is a very special place in the United States. I haven't known that. I just got invited and I go there, and realizing what Sedona is makes me really humble of creating an experience in such a place like Sedona. I heard it's the mecca of energy work in the United States, because of its power, because of its vibration. So there will be live spaces. One will be in Toronto at the Niagara Falls. One will be at the Victoria Falls in Zambia, in Africa. One will be in Perth, in Australia. One will be in Kathmandu, in Nepal. One will be in Sedona. One will be here in Serbia, where I live. And many more places will be created. I will put them later on in the Facebook group of the Light Warriors. So the dates and the places. And when you're interested, you can connect to me and we will share more details. Let's share this breath together. I invite you to find a wonderful place in a sitting or in a laying position. Ideally, if possible, lay down. I don't need to see you. You can switch off your camera if you like. You can stay live here in the video as well. It's a different experience. I invite you to change something. If you're usually offline, maybe you want to go on camera. If you're usually on the camera, maybe you switch it off and have a look how that feels. Go in a place where you stretch yourself. And in this stretch, we are going to expand our comfort into this stretch. Okay? Maybe there is something else you would like to change, whatever that is. Feel free. Close your eyes and connect to your breath. And watch how instantly your body is reacting. Watch how instantly, with this connection, fine, tiny things become visible. And through your breath, in this connection to your body, observe how they become relevant and expand. And that happens all without any intention of breathing differently. Just breathe naturally and watch what happens by just watching your breath. Watch consciously this active inhale and how this exhale can flow without any tension. And just stay connected to your breath. Whatever occurs, there might be a thought, there might be a sensation or an emotion. And usually we get involved. And I invite you to be aware of them. Leave them consciously there, not getting involved, with a loving, kind attitude. And just reconnect and go back and forth. And watch how your breath is sinking deeper and deeper into your belly. Just because that happens. Feel this expansion and breathe. When there is the impulse for taking a slightly deeper inhale, allow it to happen. And look out for this opening. It might be easily an impulse of opening, stretching, specifically opening the jaws. And this impulse might create a yawn, a reflex of full tension release. And I invite you to be surprised what happens. For instance, it can easily occur that you might yawn 100 times in the next 5 minutes. And I invite you to allow your voice into this exhale. When things come up like 100 times yawning in 5 minutes, just go for it without any judgment. There is no right or wrong. Just stay connected to your breath, through your breath, to your body, and feel what your body needs right now. Consciously allow your voice to flow. Give yourself permission. Allow yourself to open. Give yourself permission to expand, to breathe, to be visible, to be heard, to be expressive, and breathe. I invite you to take a slightly deeper inhale, just a little bit. Feel how this slightly deeper breath flows in your belly, and like a button down there, touches this button, and in this moment your mouth opens and the reflex indicates a yawn, a stretch, and a voice. While that happens, I invite you with the inhale to take the pause away and consciously connect the exhale and the inhale. At the end of the inhale, to go straight into the relaxed exhale. When you feel this long exhale without pressure, at the end of the exhale, feel where the impulse comes and connect the exhale straight into the active inhale. And observe this conscious connected breath. While you inhale life with the inhale, you take the inhale. You take life in. And you release life. And observe how this exhale is like dying. You release life until the moment when this impulse comes to inhale life back in. And observe how that happens with every breathing cycle. It's indicated with your first inhale at your birth. There will be the moment in the future where this last exhale flows out and no impulse comes back. And I invite you to breathe and totally relax into this possibility that this might be the last exhale until this impulse comes for the inhale. So to take life in every single time with your exhale, inhale, and literally to die in peace with every exhale. And to connect this inhale and this exhale without any break, over and over again. And this way of breathing connects every human being, as that was the way you were breathing when you came into the world. This connected breath is how babies are breathing. If you ever looked in the babies in a newborn eyes, you look into this space of wideness, this space of being connected. Consciously connect this inhale and the exhale. Breathe into this connection. Take a slightly deeper inhale. Watch out for the opening, for the yawn, for the stretch. Allow it to be and breathe. Take this active inhale, let it flow straight into this passive letting go, which is very long. The exhale might not even be feelable anymore, and you just know that it's still flowing until this impulse for the inhale takes it and you close the circle. There is any emotion, any sensation. Can be that there is a tickling in your fingers. It can be that there is a funny feeling in your head. Keep breathing. These sensations come up when the energy is increasing in places where you're less energized. Now the energy of your breath flows into these areas and wakens it up. Just keep breathing. And if you feel like you can take a slightly deeper inhale. And with every time, slightly more energy, more releasing happens, and breathe it out with the next exhale. Let go of any belief, anything what is inside you. Breathe it out, knowing that everything you need comes back with your inhale. You don't have to choose or you have to know what to release. Simply release everything. You can become completely empty. And with the inhale, everything you need comes back. Everything what needs to go somewhere else just stays outside and leaves. And breathe into this wisdom of life, connected to your breath. Release anything that you need to know, anything you need to do. Just stay connected to your breath and watch without judgment. Observe how life just happens. And I invite you to get out of the way by just watching. Oxygen getting into your body, getting delivered to every cell. CO2 getting back to the lungs, being exhaled. It all happens. There is nothing you need to do for that being alive. And observe that for some breathing cycles. Consciously. Life is for you. And observe this miracle in silence. There is any thought, any sensation, any emotion. Don't get involved. Observe it with a loving, kind attitude and connect back to your breath and breathe. Follow your breath anywhere in your body. He might want to show you something. It might be colors, it might be sounds, it might be shapes. Just let yourself be surprised what occurs, what comes up. Follow your breath. Maybe you need to breathe through. Maybe you stop and you go back. Maybe you intensify your breath. Follow fully what your breath demands from you. And if it doesn't happen, you can support him by taking consciously a deeper inhale, by using consciously your voice, deepening your breath, becoming more gentle. Follow your breath in connection with your body, like a road or like a roller coaster. Can be changing, can be shifting. Follow all of that. Stay connected to your breath without judgment and observe. When you're in a laying position, you can also, when the impulse comes, turn to one of your sides and breathe naturally. There will be a clear sign when you feel something is complete. And then you can shift position and just be with your breath for some moments, naturally breathing. Always come back to your breath over and over again. And observe how your breath is flowing through your fingers, outside of your body. So the breath is flowing through your skin, out and in. So observe your breathing organ, the skin, which is the biggest breathing capacity you have. And observe how you're breathing through every pore of your body, radiating all around you and receiving all around. And breathe. And then breathe deeply into your feet, into your toes. Take a deeper inhale. And into your arms and into your fingers. And with this deeper inhale, connect back to your physical being. Breathe into your entire body and into your head. And you can slightly move your fingers and your toes, very gentle. Allow this deeper inhale, opening your jaws and yawn and stretch. When it organically occurs, allow it to happen. And with the next inhale, I invite you to take a deep inhale and stretch yourself. And with this stretch, have this sound of a stretch, which is like a have this sound, have this stretching pain. When you really stretch, there is this tiny stretching pain in the space where you really need to stretch. Have that fully. Stretch yourself in every direction. Stretch the legs away from you, like a cat or like a dog, where the fingers are stretching, getting very wide. And allow your voice to be. And after the stretch, your voice might be a gentle humming flow. And have that. It's like just allowing the breath to flow. And that creates a gentle vibration. Stay consciously closed with your eyes and connect now this breath inside with this outside. Being aware that this is there all the time. In this moment, we are more aware and connected. And then with the next inhale, take another deeper inhale, stretch yourself once more. And with the exhale, gently open your eyes and connect back into your space. Connect back to everyone who is here with us today who experienced the same breathing in a slightly different way. But everyone was in this space and just enjoy being with people on the screen, being in one space, knowing everyone knows what you went through. There is no need to explain anything. There is no need to explain or to tell anybody, and feel this inner clarity of yes. And if there is, you can unmute and share something. What is unique for you?